Hi, and welcome to your Blackboard and email introduction session. I'm Olivier Szymanezyk, and over the next couple of minutes I will show you the essential features of Blackboard. You will be using Blackboard as our online and teaching platform, so it's best you get to know it from the very beginning. I won't keep you for long, but there's a couple of things I'd like to tell you to enhance your experiences of this session. First, don't be afraid to ask any questions. Secondly, apply the concept I'm showing you through the video. Don't be afraid to pause and try things out on Blackboard. Third, please use the feedback form to give us feedback. We'd like to make things as best as possible for you, but it works best if you tell us how. Alright, enjoy this introduction to Blackboard. This session will cover the basics of Blackboard and university email. I will show you how to log in onto Blackboard and how to access your university email using 365 Outlook. I will show you how to access your timetable, how to access your module sites for the program that you're on. I will guide you through the school site, and I will show you how to access relevant and important documents. Alright, the first thing I want you to do is go to blackboard.lincoln.ac.uk. Click on the big blue login button and type in your credentials. Once you've done that, click the sign in button. At that point, you'll be on the Blackboard main page. To get support, please contact the ICT team via the number shown on the screen or by sending them an email. However, please don't ask the academics or the admin team for support with this, as we don't have access to such systems. Alright, once you are on the Blackboard main page, scroll to the very bottom of it, where you're gonna see a bar. I want you to click on the second button that says email. Alternatively, you can access your email directly by typing in outlook.lincoln.ac.uk. Log in into your email using the credential used for Blackboard. Your university email is very similar to any other email programs that you've used before. Alright, I give you a small, simple task. I want you to try out your email by sending one email to yourself. To access your timetable, head back to the main Blackboard site, scroll to the very bottom. There is a button named Timetable. Click on it. As a first-year School of Computer Science student, you should see modules such as Programming Fundamentals, Problem Solving, Maths for Computing, Computer Architecture. Those are just example modules. It depends on which program that you're on. Lectures are in green, workshops are in blue. There are also a couple filtering features. For instance, you can use it to figure out what's happening in week 2, in week 3, etc. There are also other features for filtering. I'll let you discover them for yourself. On the timetable, there are a couple of names that pop up. Those are the academics that you're going to work with. Please keep in mind that timetables are subject to change at short notice. You are therefore advised to regularly check your timetable, especially before lectures and workshops. If you want to know more about the staff members that you're going to work with, you can check their staff page. To access the staff page, check staff.lincoln.ac.uk. The next thing I'm going to introduce is the Blackboard module site. Let's head back to the main Blackboard page. Click on the My Blackboard tab at the top and then select the 2021 tab in My Site. What we're going to do now is go through an example module such as Programming Fundamentals. I will be using a Blackboard site from last year just to show you how a page will become populated as the semester goes along. On the left hand side you can see a bar with the different options available for the module, such as announcements, assessments, module details, staff members. We're going to go through each of them. The announcement page is fairly self-explanatory. That's where you're going to see all the announcements that staff members are putting through. The announcements are usually propagated over email. The next option is called About this module and links you straight to a PDF. The PDF will show you the synopsis and assessment strategies along with the learning outcome. I recommend to have a brief look at it. It can be interesting to figure out how many assessments there are for a particular module and which learning outcomes that they cover. You can also find your reading list there. Staff detail shows you all the individual staff members that are working on this module. It shows you their name alongside with their contact details, their office location, working hours, and other personal links. It's always good to know which staff members you're going to engage with and how to contact them easily. Under Module Support Study Materials, you will find a list of folders subdivided by weeks. Each week will have individual lecture slides and workshop tasks. For instance, in this example, we can open up the PDF file for the first lecture slides of Programming Fundamental in week 1. The next point in the list is called Assessments, and that's where you're going to find all the assignments for that particular module. That's also where you're going to upload all the required files. There will be an explanation on the assessment itself on how to upload the files and which files are required. Most of the time, your assignments will be submitted in PDF format alongside with a zip file that contains all the supporting materials for your assessment. There are also a couple of important documents in there, such as the hand-in dates, which I really recommend to have a look at. There's also a big point about academic offenses and plagiarism rules. Have a look at them. This point is followed by reading list, and as the name suggests, shows you the reading list for that module. For instance, for Programming Fundamentals, it shows you the book that staff recommend that are available at the library in either physical or ebook format. The next point is called My Grades, where you will be able to see the marks of the module that you're currently browsing and to see the feedback that you received for a given assignment. Those are all the important sections of this module Programming Fundamentals, and they are very similar for each other module. There might be slight differences depending on staff and module content, but they're not that massive. I'm sure you'll find your way through easily. In addition to all the modules, there is one Blackboard site called School of Computer Science. It is a Blackboard site bespoke to your program. That's where you're going to find a lot of important information and a lot of relevant files, such as a grade calculator, other useful documents, a list of staff members, the talks from the Welcome Week, and other program specifications. Keep an eye on this site regularly. That's where you're putting all the news and files that don't fit in a particular module, but that are beneficial for everyone in the whole school. Let's head back to the main page of Blackboard. If you click at the My University tab at the top, it will show you a page with all the news about the university. There are also links about important University of Lincoln regulations and policy documents. There are also important documents such as social media and attendance regulations. There you will also find access to pages such as accommodation, security, ICT, sports, etc. Another important tab is called My Support Services. That's where you're going to find all the links and relevant pages, for instance, for the Student Support Center, for financial support, for international students, for well-being, or if you are in a crisis. It's good to know where to find those pages and information easily. Alright, that's it for your Blackboard introduction. It was very brief, but I'll let you discover Blackboard on your own. It's not too tricky or difficult to use. However, if you got any questions about it, please use the form provided and I will try to answer your question as early as possible. Otherwise, you can contact your personal tutor or your peer mentor to learn more about Blackboard. Alright, that's it for me. Olivier out.